Hi, ACMC and Premiere Fitness would like to welcome you to our Wellness Kitchen Cook-Off today. We thought what better day to do it other than Cinco de Mayo and have a celebration and bring you some great healthy recipes. We're planning on doing our Wellness Kitchen once a month to introduce some of our physicians that we have here, some of the great fitness trainers Premiere has here, and just to introduce you to what we're doing here at ACMC. Today I'm going to be making a healthy skinny margarita. And June is going to kick off after that with her.
We're going to be doing a keto salsa.
So then we have some other recipes coming in after that. So stay tuned, stick around. We wanted to start off with the margaritas because who doesn't like to have a little cocktail while you're cooking? So we're going to go ahead and get started with the margarita. And anything that we do, whether we're eating, drinking, anything that we get is fresh is always healthier. The little margaritas that you buy at the store have so much sugar in it. This recipe still does have a little bit of sugar. We're gonna put the link down below after this video so you can look at it and make your own at home. This is just a healthier version because we're doing all fresh. So again, let's get started. We are going to do 3 tablespoons, about 1.5 small limes. So we're going to cut the limes in here. I'm going to pick the bigger version of that. Get it in here and get all the juices squeezed in. And I think these are a little fresher, so we might not get a whole lot of lime juice. We're just going to squeeze it right into our cup, guys. So with that being said, my name is Allison. I am ACMC's Community and Outreach Coordinator. I've been with ACMC for going on almost 7 years now. I get to go out to the community and talk about the wonderful things that we have going on here at ACMC and the great providers that we have. If anybody's looking for a new physician, pediatrician, I like to talk about our surgeons, all of the providers that we have here. I can help you. A lot of people have come to me and asked me, this is what I'm looking for in a physician. I'm looking for a man, I'm looking for a woman, and I can give you some names and let you choose who the provider would be that would be best for you. So that's a little bit about what I do here. Like I said, I've been here for 7 years and I've worked with the community. I enjoy what I'm doing here. I enjoy working with the Premiere team. So it's really a fantastic place to be here at ACMC. So now with our limes being done, I used a little bit more because they are a little less than ripe. So we got a little bit more in there. I'm going to do my fresh orange, which is about 1/2 of a medium orange. And like I said, this is going to give you all your natural sugars. You're not going to have all of that syrup and sugar that they have in the ones that you buy at the store. So we're going to get this orange going here. It smells fantastic.
It does.
So normally, because we're having a work day here, we're not going to encourage the tequila. So you can make this fresh for yourself and just enjoy a cold drink without the tequila. But we're going to give you both versions today. If you like something spicy, when you put some of the salt all around the rim, you can add some spice to that. If you would like to, I always say you can cut up some of your orange, put it in the freezer till it gets cold, and put it in your drink and mix that instead of putting all of the other stuff you potentially could put with the sugars. Okay, so we have our lime, we have our orange. We're going to do a teaspoon of light agave nectar. And then we're going to get our glasses ready. And what I normally do is take the fresh lime, and you just rub it around the rim, give it a little bit of a squeeze. And we're going to do some salt. Normally I will use the kosher ground salt. You can just use anything that you prefer. If you don't want a lot of salt and you want to control how much salt that you're intaking, because salt's really not that great for us in high amounts, you just take it and roll one side, and then that way you just have a little bit here and there that you can just take a little taste, and you don't have it every sip. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead. This would be our non-alcoholic. We're going to give it a mix and throw it in our glass. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and add some tequila, which is about 2 ounces, a quarter cup. And we're going to give it a good shake. We're excited to bring this to you because some of our physicians are excited to come and cook. We're going to have our pediatrician, Dr. Sam. He's going to come out in June, and he's going to make some real kid-friendly recipes, healthy snacks. We're going to encourage you to have the kids watch the video so they can see Dr. Sam, get to know Dr. Sam a little bit. We're also having our cardiac and cath lab. They're going to be doing some healthy cookout stuff in July. Well,
it's live TV.
It is live TV.
It's live Facebook. So things are gonna.
You know what? And
it looks like you only made enough for one, though, Allison.
Well, I know.
I guess I'll have to do the taste.
And I'm just going to tell you, this is exactly how I make everything at home.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that back on and put our little lime on there. We've got the controlled amount of sugar that we want. We've got our drink, and I've got a little cleanup here on my end. So with that being said,
I'm going to taste it.
Oh, you want to taste it?
Yeah, I want to taste it.
Fantastic.
I'm going to see how this is here. Very good. I'm not just saying it is good.
And the thing of it is, the calories and everything we'll put on the website and the link. Like I said, anytime you do anything fresh, it's so much healthier for you than all the syrups and the extra sugars and the things you're getting in the bottles that you buy. So this is a really nice way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo and have a nice, healthy little cocktail with or without the alcohol. So with that, I'm going to clean up and we'll let June go ahead.
So I'm going to get started on my keto salsa. I've dabbled with keto in the past, and I'm just about to get started on the keto plan again. It's not for everybody, but I like it just because I have a sweet tooth. So I have a real hard time giving up chocolate, sweets, French fries, carbs, all those fun things, but all in moderation. So this salsa is great. You know, whether you're on keto or not, it's just a nice way to get something, like Allison said, something fresh without all those additives and preservatives. And you can make it however you want. But I have the link to the recipe that's going to be sent or on Facebook. I think we're going to put it so you'll know. But basically, you want to start with some fresh tomatoes. It asks for Roma tomatoes, but I couldn't find those at the store, so I just used some potatoes on the vine. So I chopped them up ahead of time. So I did that. You can put that in there first. And then about 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes. Let's pour that in there. And then about a cup of chopped red onions. And then a half of and if this is too spicy for you, don't worry about it. Just you can leave it out. But I like spicy. So I got a half of a jalapeno cut up. And then there's 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And we have our oregano. Cilantro. Again, I didn't have fresh cilantro, so it asked for a quarter cup of fresh. So I just basically Googled it to see what the measurement would be if it was dried. So it's 2 tablespoons. And then quarter teaspoon of salt, a pinch of pepper, so I just added that in with that. Now the sweetener. This is what makes it keto, because sugar isn't everything. And I've really become more aware of that in the past few years, and it is not good for you. honestly. So what I found was some different types of sweeteners that weren't chemical. They're like plant-based. So my favorites are stevia, and I also use monk fruit. So this is monk fruit. So it still gives you that sweetness without sugar. Put that in there. And garlic, which Allison was happy or good enough to drop that up for me because I forgot my garlic smasher. I don't know what it's called. I'm just going to call it smasher. Cumin. And then paprika. I used hot paprika because, again, I like spicy. So put that in there. Now, typically, you could put all this into a food processor, but I didn't want it to be really loud. So I just put everything in the bowl. You just mix it up. Now, honestly, it's going to taste a lot better if you leave it in the fridge overnight just to marinate. But for our purposes, we're just going to kind of mix it up because we're going to have lunch after this. So it'll be fun.
That's one of the reasons why we're going to enjoy this cooking class.
I made a mess too.
That's okay. We'll clean it.
All right.
We're going to enjoy tasting all of the healthy foods after everybody makes them. So that's why I'm really excited about doing the class. Monthly.
So I'm gonna put my stuff in the sink so we have room for Caroline and Sarah.
So June, you're the director here at Premiere Fitness?
Yes, I'm the director of wellness initiatives. I've been here. This is my 11th year in March. In March was my 11th year. So,
is that right?
Yeah. So I love ACMC. Love Premiere. It's a wonderful place to work. But we do a lot of things here. We do obviously the fitness center is open for the community. But also it's for our own staff to be healthy. And then we also work with several companies in the area. We have a workplace wellness program. And we've actually done some cooking demonstrations for them, like on site. So if you're an employee somewhere, or you're an HR person, or you're a business owner, if you're interested in fun ways to get your employees healthy, give me a call. We can set up a time to talk about the workplace wellness program because we're owned by the hospital, we can take our nurses and our lab phlebotomists and everyone right to the company to do like labs and screenings. That way they don't have to make an appointment and go. It's all one-stop shop.
And I think with everything with COVID and everybody going to work, going home, sitting on the couch, I think we've all gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah,
so,
me included.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were just talking about that the other day.
We were. And, this is a great way to get the people that work for you and with you out, get them up and going. Great place to come. It's kind of like you feel like you're coming to Cheers. When you walk in the door, everybody knows you. They say your name. Hi, how are you? The staff here, they honestly feel like it's family when they come in to see you guys here at Premiere. I hear wonderful things. Mm-hmm. I know everybody that works here very well, but when I hear the community talk about...
because they're intimidated. Like, people come in, they're like, oh, I have to already be in shape before I come in and work out. That's not the case. We have people from like age 14 all the way to in their 90s. And all different fitness levels. So you definitely will feel comfortable, when you come in, for sure. So.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we're going to allow our next girls, our group, to come in. We'll let them introduce ourselves, but I definitely wanted to invite you to come join us May 27th at 12:30, right outside here, right where Premiere Fitness is, at the ACMC Health and Wellness Plaza. We are going to be having a community connection. There will be all kinds of resources out here at tables to talk to you about the things that they offer. Vector Security, Saybrook, Lantern of Saybrook, Hospice, some of the other things, Catholic Charities, just a lot of things out here in the community that are going to come out and give resources. We have baskets to give away. We have gift cards to give away. We have information if you're looking for a pediatrician or a new physician. If you have something a little bit more serious, we have a lot of physicians here that can help you. So if you want to come out and see us on May 27th, 12:30, right here at the Health and Wellness Plaza, right where Premiere is. Come out and join us. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have the music going. We're going to have a lot of vendors to come chit-chat with, and like I said, get some free giveaways. So thank you for your time. We'll let our next girls come in.
All right. We'll get out of the way first.
Okay, so I'm Carol. Caroline over here at Premiere Fitness. I'm the lead fitness and wellness specialist. I'm going to make fish tacos. So you can use any kind of white fish for this. I have no idea what fish to buy. I got the fish that had tacos on it because that's what I was making. So it's tilapia. So for this, you put your fillets in your pan. And then I have my water. And you pour that in. 1/4 cup of water. And then for the seasoning, you wear an apron so you can stick your items in it. You can use, it calls for a teaspoon, I want to say, but you can do whatever feels good to you if you like yours a little bit spicier. So we're going to let that hopefully cook. We'll put the lid on it, and then we'll start with Sarah as these cook for her guacamole.
I think she was pretty fast on that. I'm not quite ready. But they did save the best for last here. I'm making a healthy guacamole. And I didn't grow up eating guacamole. I think when you're Greek and Swedish, that wasn't one of our staples. And I don't think they sold avocados in stores like they do now. So avocados, to me, are, pretty recent in my diet, and they are extremely healthy. And I'm going to show you very easily how to do this. A lot of people say, I don't like guacamole. I'm not sure they really try it. I think they look at the color and say, no, I don't want to eat that. And so they don't even try it. And Caroline said she'd be my trusty assistant here. So I'm going to ask her to clean out.
We did wash
that.
our hands before this.
We did.
That is the first rule.
Notice how easy it is. I say that, how easy it is, and I just took a whole bunch of it out. There you go.
Thank you.
Stick this back here. We're going to take 3 avocados. Just give it a little squeeze there.
Oh, that one looks great. Perfect. Oops. This is messy. No wonder you guys are making such a mess.
Yeah, you said yours was the hardest one to make.
And it's not.
And it's not.
Okay.
Okay, there's another one.
Thank you.
And the third one. There are so few ingredients with this. Avocados tend to turn brown. And so I always save this to be the last dish that I prepare for any of my get-togethers. And you have a couple hours after you make it. You could cover it with saran wrap and just refrigerate it. So while Caroline does that, I want to tell you the benefits of eating avocados. Not only are they healthy for the heart, they're good for digestion, they're good for helping avoid depression. One avocado contains 8.5 grams of carbs, and the nice thing is 6.7 grams of fiber. And if you do the math on that, that's amazing. You always want to get under 5 if you can when you do the division. Okay, I'm not quite as dexterous as Allison, so rather than having a lime juicer, I just brought my lemon juicer. It works just as well. It saves space in the drawer. Okay, as she's mashing it, I'm just going to put that juice from the lime in there. And one more.
It smells really good.
I just hope you mash it correctly.
I'm trying.
That'll be the hardest part.
I had to pull this out of my apron.
Okay, I was going to chop the onion, then I thought about it. I do have mascara on. So, it's already cut for us. I'm just going to throw that right in there.
I always wear sunglasses when I cut onions. It helps. Did you know that?
No.
You can feel free to try it at home.
I'll try it. I've tried other things, but not that.
Sunglasses, they work.
Okay, and then a small clove of garlic. And where did my garlic bits go? I guess I don't have it with me. Allison, I need you. No, I can do it.
Okay.
I'm fine. I think it's in my purse, actually.
That's where I keep mine normally.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, I did find out one thing. At home, I just go to one cupboard and get something out and then get something else out. Even though I've read, you should always have all your ingredients ready to go in front of you. I realize that is probably pretty good unless you forget something like the garlic crest in my purse. I'm not cutting this quite as fine as I normally would.
I'm gonna check on
Isn't
my
it?
little fish. Oh, they're not quite ready. Yeah, let me just put my lid over here. Again, apron for your stuff. I'm gonna give them a little flip. Woo!
Okay, again, not the best, but it'll give us some flavor in there. And cilantro. I'm not a cilantro fan, so it says to put tablespoon. Yep, that's about a quarter of a tablespoon, and that's all I can handle. But you can go ahead and put the whole thing in. And again, I use dried. They're expensive for fresh at this time of year. I do grow it, and I do chop it. I don't know why, because I don't eat that much of it. And then black pepper. And this call for kosher salt. I didn't have any available, so I did just what Allison did. Pink Himalayan and salt to taste. Not very many ingredients.
But she did make me do the hard part.
Yes, I did.
I think it looks pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I'll check on these fish. Oh,
And you did a nice job mashing those.
thank you. It was kind of hard, I'll be honest. Well, these fish are taking longer than 5 minutes, so when I made them at home, I had to practice, and they were ready in 5 minutes. So maybe I don't know what I'm doing, but that's all right.
I will tell you, I'm Sarah Wetzel. I am a wellness specialist here, which is a great job. After I taught for 30 years, I couldn't just retire and not see people. So I came back to Premiere, or came here to Premiere, came back to see people, to work with people, to teach people about wellness, health, things they can do to have a better life. And it's a wonderful job, it's a wonderful place to work, and it's a wonderful place for you to come and feel good about yourself. Keep active. We have all kinds of new classes that we've come back after we were shut down for a while. I do a walking class a couple days a week. We have classes that are on ACMC Facebook Live that we've done for the past year and a half. And you can just click on there and see classes anytime you want. There are walking, yoga, back, chest. Other classes that we're instituting are, what are your classes?
I'm doing a cardio drumming class that started this month, and then we do the silver sneakers. It's called the Classic. So we work on range of motion, balance, strengthening your muscles. It's a lot of fun. While she was talking, I put my tortillas in the microwave for 1 minute, and now the fish is just falling right apart. So that is one nice thing about fish, I suppose, is that it's very, what's the word?
Delicate?
Delicate? No, but
No?
we'll use it. It doesn't take a lot to flake this up. Whoops, sorry. It still needs a little more time on parts of it, so what I'll do is just use the cooked part, and I will show you how you can make your little taco. Okay, so you have your tortilla shell that you warmed up in the microwave. I'm just going to go behind you and get the cheese. So the recipe calls for fat-free cheese, so that's what we got. So Oh, here they are. I will take the cooked part and stick it right here. It says 2 ounces of fish. How do you measure that with these? I don't know.
And why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself, Caroline, while you're cooking?
Oh, hold on, I just can't multitask. So I'm over here at Premiere Fitness as the lead fitness and wellness specialist. So if you're looking for a personal trainer, I'm your lady. Again, like Sarah was talking about, we have classes, so we do those a few times a week. We are slowly adding more, hopefully to add a yoga class here soon. But you'll see me around here in the gym. If you want to stop in, I can try to answer most of your questions. And so to wrap it up with the tacos, it calls for 1/4 cup of shredded cabbage and 1 tablespoon of cheese. And then you can put salsa. So we'll just use this beautiful salsa June made and put it on top. And again, you don't have to follow the recipe. If you want more cheese, you can put more cheese. And voila, here's a beautiful fish taco.
Okay, well, we hope that you have enjoyed our cooking show. Let's turn this off so we don't start a fire.
Well, you're turning it on.
Oh, I turned it on. All right, turn it off. Anyway,
This is our first show.
yeah. So bear with us. This is our first show, but we're obviously excited about it and bringing this to you. So, comment, like, call, share. Let us know if there's any recipes that you want us to do in the future, or any departments or physicians that you're excited to see. We will pass that along. And then, do you want to talk about your event a little bit more? Or?
Well, I just wanted to remind everybody that next month for our Wellness Kitchen, Dr. Sam, our pediatrician, will be here with some really great, Sarah came up with some kid-friendly recipes that Dr. Dew looked at them and said that they would be fantastic. Dr. Sam said that they would be fantastic to do. So we're really excited about that. So we will get something out to you on Facebook with what date Dr. Sam will be coming and joining us here in the kitchen. Just wanted to remind you that May 27th at about 12:30, right here at ACMC Health and Wellness Plaza, right here where Premiere is located, we'll have the Community Connection event that we invite you to come out, get some goodies, some handouts, some really great information, meet these wonderful ladies, and myself will be out there. So we thank you for joining us. And we are looking forward to bringing a nice, healthy recipe to you each and every month. Have a wonderful Cinco de Mayo. Thanks for joining us again.